it's Damon the Drone Boss. Welcome to another Drone Cast. We have a special guest, Jim Cline, the owner of Cline Drone Services.
Cline Aerial Services.
Cline Aerial Services. And Jim, he's an expert and focuses on real estate, both residential and commercial, with drones. And some of the cool things about that is that real estate is one of the most competitive areas to get into with drones, but depending on what report you read, it's somewhere between 7 and 9% saturated. And for you guys that are realtors and you're looking at implementing aerial services, there's a host of reasons why you should do it. Number one, only 7 to 9% of your competitors are using this. So this gives you a huge market advantage. And in the stats we've seen is when you're using aerial imagery to list your houses for sale, the houses sell faster, they sell for more money, they sell in less time. And the best part is you increase your listing appointment conversions dramatically. So we've seen an average increase of up to 300% on your listing appointment conversions, meaning if you see 10 potential clients that you might list their house, you would typically convert about 2% of those, or about 2 of those, 20%. And we're seeing when you're adding aerial as part of your marketing package or your offer, we're seeing 7. So 70% of those converting. So if we're seeing the exact same number of potential clients, you're tripling the amount of clients that you now have and listings that you get, which is, a huge advantage for aerial. And so, Jim, you offer a bunch of different services. One of them is Scenescape 360. Correct. And I'm fascinated with that because you're combining aerial 360 with ground 360 and then putting it all together. In that whole package.
That's awesome. Yes, it is.
And so what are you finding your clients, like when they see that for the first time and they're actually getting to navigate around and see, the downtown is 6 miles here and, the shopping mall's here and the movie theater's over here. What are they thinking when they see that?
It's kind of a paradigm shift for them. It's something new and kind of awestruck by it. And it's an incredible to see their expressions when they see it.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I assume that's the same for the for their end user, whoever's looking to buy the house.
Absolutely, it creates an emotional attachment to it. Emotional connection.
And I know the stats. When very few people are using Scenescape 360, which is it gives a huge market advantage. But the number of showing appointments that we're seeing on that is astronomical. Are you seeing that too?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, people never thought about it before. It's just another way to market their homes that gives them an edge up on the competition.
Yeah, which is fantastic. So now you also do full-blown professional HDR imagery.
That's correct.
And aerial, and you do videos, and you do I saw that you did what was that? What did you call it? Where you're doing a video promotion for the realtor to help set them aside. I guess it was a promotional video for them, and that helped that realtor just get that much more business by being able to feature themselves.
Yes,
because I think one of the biggest challenges that people have, especially with all the social media, is being able to distinguish themselves from all the other, in this case, realtors, that are out there. And everyone says the same thing. I'm going to work extra hard and I'm going to do a good job and I'm going to get your house sold. But, how do you differentiate that? And that's what you really help the realtors do, is to identify all the services that they offer.
Correct.
And then all of the wins and, the resources that are going to be thrown behind this new client's house.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the wider the range of services you provide to the sellers, the more likely they are to use that realtor, And so, for trying to put all those things together and make them available, it's a one-stop shop. You go that realtor, you get everything done, and it just provides, a dedicated client base,
Right. Well, and we've seen that. Like I'm sure you've seen it with your clients. We've seen it with others where the realtors start out, of course their income goes up, but I guess the visual reality of that is the cars that they're driving. So they go from driving Toyotas to Lexuses to Mercedes to Bentleys, as their real estate business is progressing, and oftentimes, you're hailed it as their secret weapon, behind it.
Correct, right, and it provides a really good relationship between us and the realtor. There's a relationship, a bond there that's formed.
Yeah, well, and there's trust because they know you can deliver an amazing product, and they just call you up and say, we got another listing, and you just go out and you give them the works and
absolutely
help them sell it. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I know you're a member of Sky Network, and so that's a huge marketing advantage that you have in the marketplace, because one thing people are like, well, what sets you apart from other drone operators? And I know the Sky Network, so you have the backing of the Sky Network. So any project or any job you do, pretty much anywhere in the world, there's somebody there that can take care of it for you.
Yep.
And then the other stuff you have, your FAA licensed, federally licensed, and insured, and you've got all the compliance stuff up to date. What is because some realtors aren't aware that if they fly a drone themselves, unlicensed, or they hire an unlicensed pilot, there are consequences for that.
Absolutely. Yep. There's liability, fines. There's a number of downsides to having an uncertified pilot.
Yeah, and they don't, you just don't know. They don't know any better. I know you've educated a lot of people on that, and and for those of you that don't know, one of the challenges is if you are a realtor and you hire an unlicensed pilot to fly, then the fines are $1,000 per occurrence, right? So, and that's per occurrence is per picture. So if you have 10 houses with 10 pictures,
right.
That's 100 occurrences, and that's $100,000 fine to that pilot. And then the scary part is the realtor that hired that unlicensed pilot, knowingly or unknowingly, they're subject to a $10,000 fine per occurrence, right? Which can add up really, really quick.
Pretty steep, yeah.
Yeah. And so, and those are a lot of the fines that we've seen go out or to realtors, that are doing it. So I think it's great you're educating, realtors and letting them know. If they choose to do it, that's on them, fine, right? But, it's good to be aware, of it. So that's fantastic you're doing that. Well, awesome, man. I love what you're doing. I love how you're helping, all the realtors in your community and other areas to sell their houses faster, get more listing appointments, and, ultimately make more money. And I love what we were talking, before, and you were saying one of the things you love about it is you're literally up-leveling these communities because you're attracting a higher caliber of homeowner, of buyer in these areas, and it just benefits the whole community as a whole.
Absolutely, people love it when their property values go up and community looks better, and you get high caliber people living next door to you. Sure,
yeah, and Ariel's the key to that. That's awesome. Well, Jim, thank you for coming by. How can people get in touch with you? What's if they want to hire you so they can get their houses sold faster and for more money?
Sure. My phone number is 740-697-5209, or you can reach me at jim@clineaerialservices.com, or go to my website at clineaerialservices.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, again, great having you here. Until next time, you guys take care and fly safe. Bye for now.